I got this piece of wood. I'm not sure what to do with it, but I really like it. I gotta find a use for this thing. Welcome back. Today we're talking about 31 tips that impacted my life. If one of them sticks out to you, let me know down in the comments. And if you have any other tips, throw them down there as well. I did 50 more tips like 2 weeks ago and I wasn't able to get through a full 100. So I'm doing 31 more today and then that will be it. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. If you do, drop a like and I will see you now. Look at things from other people's point of view. This has really been one of the most impactful things that I have ever learned, is to try to put myself in other people's shoes, whether that's in business or relationships. Why are they acting the way they're acting? What is it that I can do? Like, what is it that they want that I can help with? How can I help them? What are they thinking? So just put yourself in somebody else's shoes. If there's something that you want to do, don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till Monday. Don't wait till New Year's. Don't wait till the beginning of the month. Start it today. Pick something around the house that you have absolutely no clue how to do. I have begun to do this recently, and just installing like a dishwasher, which is, I just have no skills whatsoever. And I hear people say, well, I can't buy a house that needs work because I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it either. You just figure it out. You watch some YouTube videos. It's really fun and you have a bunch of self-confidence because you're like, hey, I built this crap and I don't know what I did, but it turned out decently, you know? Remember that what you are eating gets turned into yourself. It gets turned into fuel. So make sure that you're eating clean, you're eating healthy. You're gonna feel so much better once you start to understand that everything you're putting in your body can kind of control the way you feel, the way you look, just by choosing what you eat. Don't smoke. Not only is it horrible for you, but it also costs a lot of money. I was talking to somebody recently and they have smoked away, they calculated over the past 10 years, about $30,000. That they have smoked it away. It's gone, $30,000. Don't smoke, kids. I'm sure that's like the best argument for not smoking, but whatever. If you want somebody to see your point of view, start with, I could be wrong, I often am, but this is my opinion about this. What do you think? And they will be so much more open to seeing your point of view than if you say, this is the correct way. But if you say like, no, I'm wrong all the time, but this is my opinion on this, could be that it is this, and you just kind of say like, oh yeah, I never thought of it that way. People will be so much more open-minded when you put it that way. I learned that from How to Win Friends and Influence People. Awesome book, helps me a ton. Link in the description. Buy merch. I don't have any merch, but you can buy some anyways. It's okay to not know stuff. If people ask you a question and you really don't know the answer, it's all right to say, you know what, I don't know the answer to that, but I can check and I will get back to you and I'll find out the right answer. Or you could even just say, you know what, I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but I don't want to give you bad info. Let me double check on that and I'll get back to you. As opposed to just kind of spitballing something and making something up that sounds pretty good and you're pretty sure it's right, but you could be giving bad info and then people might not trust you down the road. Build one new habit that you've been thinking about starting. Whatever that habit is, start it today, start it right now. Click off this video once it is over, not right now. Smash like. I lost my train of thought. Take risks when you're young. That doesn't mean stupid risks, but if you go for it, let's say you want to start a business or you want to start a career that has big upside, but it could also fall off the cliff and you could lose everything. Much better to happen when you're 25, when you're 30, than when you're 55 and you no longer have that option to take a big risk. So like the worst that could happen right now is if I, try something new, I could go broke. Whatever, most people are broke anyways. I know I can get back from it. Accept that you've made mistakes and accept that you will continue to make mistakes. Early in life, especially in school, you get penalized for making mistakes, but in the real world, it is good to make mistakes as long as you are growing from them, because that's the only way we learn. But seriously, the mistakes that I've made have been the things that I've learned from the most. Adopt the 2-minute rule. So the 2-minute rule is pretty much if something takes around 2 minutes to do, just do it right away. Don't wait till later. And that is a surprising amount of things. It might be take 2 minutes and do the dishes. Take 2 minutes and clean one room. Take 2 minutes and fix that thing that's been sitting undone for 6 months. If it's a 2-minute thing, just like put everything down and run and do it, and then it'll just be done forever. So the 2-minute rule, if something takes 2 minutes, just do it. Hope you guys can't hear all the people walking by and like cars and motorcycles and crap. Go for a 5-minute walk every day. This might not sound like a lot, but a lot of times that 5 minutes might turn into 15 or 30 minutes. And just making sure that you're moving and getting that habit of walking a little bit or jogging or whatever you like to do for exercise. But every single day you're getting your body moving. It'll help you sleep better, help you feel better. and you'll get some exercise. And if it's sunny out, you can tan. There's just so many benefits. Set your alarm clock 15 minutes earlier to wake up every single day, and make sure that you're doing something that's important. For me, I like to read each morning. So I'm setting my alarm clock half an hour or an hour early just so I can read each morning, get a good morning routine going so I'm not rushed first things, and I can set out time to plan out the day and things like that. So just that 15 minutes in the morning, which really won't make that much of a difference if you have 15 minutes more or less of sleep, but it can make a huge difference on how your days goes if you start really calm and organized and planned and you have your routine, or if you're like hectic rushing out of everywhere. Reconsider going to college. For you younger people like myself, I did not go to college personally, and I know a lot of people who it is probably not the best choice for to go to college, because if you don't know what you're going for, or you're just going to have fun or to party or whatever, you could be 100 grand in debt and have a degree that is completely worthless. Or you could take that 4 years and you could learn, you could work somewhere. I'm not talking about working at McDonald's, although that might be a good first step. But you can take some chances and you can work somewhere and try to grow and get experience, life experience, start a business, do other things. Like college and these certain steps that everybody takes are not the only way to go. Track your phone time and start to lower it. I know that when I started to look at how much time I spent on the phone each day, I was pretty shocked. It can be easily 2 hours or 3 hours a day that you're looking at your phone. Be grateful. Learn about financial independence. It will change your life. There's so many things that go along with that, like house hacking, like credit card hacking, which is like travel hacking. So you get free travel, you get free housing, you get lower utility bills, you can retire in your 20s or 30s. It sounds like a scam and like I'm trying to sell you something, but I'm really not. Just check it out. I have some videos. There's videos. Just Google it. Watch it on YouTube. No, watch my videos. Don't watch theirs. Theirs are bad. Actually, I haven't done one on financial independence in a while. Anyways, learning about it is super fun, and it's really shocking when you realize how much stuff is out there, how many opportunities are out there that just nobody told you about. Take time throughout the day just to do 1 minute cleanup so that your house is always relatively clean. It's probably not gonna be spotless, but just taking 1 minute like 3 to 5 to 10 times a day can make your house always feel nice and calm and relaxing, and then you don't have to worry about this huge pile of stuff that you have to do at the end of the day. Read biographies on some of the greatest people in history. I like to read. I like to learn from people who have been really successful in the field that I'm studying, but also throughout history, and see what their traits were. Even if it has nothing to do with me, it's a totally complete different time period, you can still learn a lot from some of the great peoples in history. Don't text and drive. Like, we hear this all the time, and we all probably still do it sometimes, but I like to look at it as, what would happen if I wasn't looking and for 10 seconds I wasn't looking and I hit some kid? How would that impact the rest of my life? And that really gives me the perspective to just put the phone down. Remember that nobody really cares, so don't stress about it, especially when you're out in public and you're stressing about how you look or how you're walking or how people are gonna perceive you. Nobody really cares. I'm making YouTube videos. Nobody really cares. Like, I used to be like, make sure I looked decent even though the videos at the beginning looked horrible. Now I just don't really care because, you know, I remember that whatever you're going through, it will pass. I like to look at it, if there's something I'm really scared of or I embarrass myself or whatever, going through something really hard, I'm like, in a week or in a month or whatever, I'm probably not even going to remember this. And that really helps, like, whatever, I'm just gonna grit and get through it, because in a week or a month or whatever, nobody else is gonna remember it, and I'm probably not even gonna remember it. Like, most stuff is not that big of a deal. Happiness is a choice. There can be two people doing the exact same thing in the same circumstances that look similar, that, you know, everything's similar, and one can be happy and one can be miserable. It's all about choices and perspective, and, you know, like, how do you choose to have an outlook on life, how you choose to live your life. Change the oil on your car and do preventative maintenance. You will thank me later when you don't blow an engine accidentally halfway across the country because you didn't do an oil change beforehand, or whatever went wrong with the engine. I don't know what it really was. Dress for who you want to be, young people. So I should probably do this a little bit more because I always wear pretty much the exact same thing. But dress for the position that you want to have. Dress for the job that you want to have. Find something that you love to do, like making videos, and then try to find out how to get paid to do it, like make videos. Whatever it is for you, whatever you love to do, try to figure out how to get paid for it. They pay people for anything these days. You can teach whatever on Squarespace? That's not a thing. Start a bank account like Ally, or there's a bunch of other ones that have higher interest rates. Ally right now is I think at 1.9%. There's other ones that are higher. Just start putting money in there and start saving up for a big investment. Start like a separate account that is totally separate just for investing, and start putting money in there every month so that you'll have something in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years, whatever it is, for a big investment. That is how I saved up for my first house hack. Is I have something, and you gain a little bit of interest, it's not a ton, but at least you're not losing a ton to inflation. Learn to cook for yourself. It can be a lot of fun. I really enjoy cooking. I don't do it as much now as I used to, but it can be a lot of fun, and especially if you're making stuff that you love to eat. Discover new music. Don't just stay with whatever you listen to. Try to discover new music. There's a ton out there. There's genres that I don't even know about. I would love it if you guys would give me a recommendation down below. I'm looking for new music. And I'll recommend one for you guys back. It's gonna be My Life by Pam Rose. Really good. I've been getting into that and listening to it almost every day. It's motivating. Invest time in yourself. Not only investing money in yourself, but investing time in yourself. Make sure you're scheduling time to go to the gym to stay healthy. That'll help you sleep better and feel better and work better and everything else. And scheduling time to read and continue to grow and work on yourself and go to conferences. Just taking time to invest in yourself each and every day, or at least every week, can make a huge, huge difference. I don't know why I snapped. That's gotta be annoying. Spend less than you make. Seems simple, right? Almost nobody does it. So start a budget, start working out a way to make sure that you're spending less than you make. If you do that, you'll start to build wealth, start investing, snowball, wealth, money, easy life, stuff, financial independence. Look into that. Save up a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Once you have that pressure off, it'll give you a lot of freedom to leave your job and move to a better job, or to not be stuck at the same housing that you're at, or if something big comes up, then you're not going to be like totally shot and go into debt, and that can spiral the wrong way. Having a little bit of an emergency fund can give you a lot of freedom. Listen to the Stuff You Should Know podcasts. Even sometimes if you're having a hard time falling asleep, you can just put that on in the background. You can learn some stuff, you can fall asleep, or in the car, you can learn a bunch of stuff that it's good to know a little bit about a lot of stuff. Not gonna become an expert, but it's good to know a little bit of stuff, and that's kind of how I get my news, how I learn stuff. It's all like, oh, I listened to a podcast on that. It's like how government shutdowns work, or how icebergs work, or how the moon landing works. I ran out of stuff, but there's just so much stuff on there. Check them out. Try to look at life as a game. This can go a couple of different ways. You can also look at it as your body is a video game character, and you're the person up here saying, no, video game character, you're not going to sit there and watch TV. You're going to go and build something. You're going to go and build wealth, or build relationships, or build something else, and just kind of think of yourself that way, and you wouldn't let your character just sit around and do nothing and waste time and get weaker. You'd want to work it out. You'd want to grow it. Or you can look at it as you're trying to progress to the next level of life, having goals and reaching them, going to the next thing, and just stuff's fun, because what's the worst that could really happen? I've been pretty lucky with my life so far, but it's also lucky because I learned things and I worked on things and I chose to look at things a certain way. It's not going to be the same for everybody, but looking at life as a little bit of a game, it makes it a little less serious, a little less daunting. It's something that has helped me. That is what I got. If you guys enjoyed one of these, please let me know down in the comments, and feel free to drop a like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.